Hey guys, everything okay? Marcelo here again. This is our last lesson about Gutenberg. Over the last lesson, you learned the basics about this new WordPress tool, which will gradually replace the editor used so far, the tiny MCE. WordPress promises that will bring a whole new world to the CMS. So much so, they dare to name it after the inventor of the printing press, Gutenberg. From what you've seen, Gutenberg is really a very powerful tool, and it looks like it's coming to stay. Despite the fact that while I record this video, Gutenberg still has some bugs and hasn't been yet officially released. We hope that the WordPress versions after 5.0 show that the effort was worth it. There are great expectations, and new features are still to be developed over time. For the students of this course, my promise is that if any of the new features impact theme development, I will certainly talk about them. But as I told you earlier, functionalities that have to do and affect only the end user won't be the focus of this course, okay? But just for you to have another taste, I'll show you some more cool features that we have here in Gutenberg. First, here in this toolbar, we have this little menu. And clicking here shows you a number of interesting actions related to the document. For example, you can switch between the visual editor and the HTML editor. This can be very useful for you, the developer. It's also a good way to learn a little more about how the blocks are controlled inside the editor. Here we have, for example, a comment that identifies the block itself. And we got values in JSON format, which are used to save the values for the settings that you pass to each block. Let's go back to the visual editor. Another very interesting thing you can do is create reusable blocks. Let's assume that the user wants to apply the same settings on all buttons that he or she creates in posts and pages. They can create the first button, access this block action menu, and click on Add to Reusable Blocks. Type a name. And now the next time the user adds a button block, he or she can only choose this reusable block from here. Or if you're using the inserter, come here. And under Reusable, choose the template created. Cool, isn't it? And this is the same for several elements. Another interesting thing is this information button. You have here a statistic about the document, words, paragraphs, and here below, if we, for example, add a new heading here, you see the semantic structure of the document. Quite interesting for the ones who care so much about SEO. Well, what's your next step from here? I believe that start doing some tests with your theme. Make a backup of your installation, which is always good, and then install and test Gutenberg on your theme before finally offering it to your client. But just do it, right? Gutenberg is coming to stay, and soon your client will start asking about it. Another interesting thing you could also learn is how to create your own blocks for Gutenberg. I won't discuss the subject on this course, right? Because it has more to do with plugin development, and this course is not about plugin development. But you may also be interested in the subject and create your own blocks, just like many developers today that create plugins for their own themes. The official Gutenberg handbook has a very complete documentation on the subject, and I'll leave the link for you to find out more about it, of course. Well, folks, that's it. I hope you enjoyed these lessons. It was really cool for me to talk about this new WordPress tool. Depending on when you're watching this video, it is not so new, but I'm sure that the lessons should have helped you a lot. As I mentioned to you since the beginning, these lessons are part of my complete course on WordPress theme development with Bootstrap. Now that you already know my teaching style, I invite you to be one of my students too. You can learn more about the course by visiting the link that is available in the video description below. And the link comes with a discount coupon. You can use this coupon to watch the complete course with a great discount. It's cheaper than taking the family to the cinema or ordering some pizza with your friends. With the first theme you create, with your first client, the course will pay by itself many, but many times over, believe me. More than 11,000 students are learning WordPress here with me. And I think after seeing this sequence of tutorials, you understand why. So I'm waiting for you to get on board with me, okay? Well, until then, and I see you next time.